You become who you hang around. You become who you hang around. Very important to realize that and understand that. There's no way you can avoid it. The more you associate with a certain type of people, the more that type of person or people rub off on who you are as a person. Now, of course, this can be good or it can be bad, but you have to know what direction you want your future to go in to decide the people who should be around you, or who qualifies to be around you based on that future you want to go to. What's interesting that I found throughout life is that you don't have to be mean to people or directly put them out of your life or throw them out of your life or tell them they're not good enough to be in your life. These type of people will leave your life on their own based on your actions changing. They won't fit into who you are anymore. They won't fit in around you. They'll be uncomfortable. So by them not being comfortable anymore, they'll decide to leave. You don't have to directly tell them to leave. They'll indirectly leave your life, which is what you wanted in the first place. Another interesting thing about it is you don't have to completely disassociate yourself with people, which means they go out of your life permanently. It's called limited association, which means you can see certain people all the time. You can see certain people once a week, certain people once a year, certain people once every 5 years. I do this myself. Long distance friends, local friends. It's just certain things that we have in common and certain things we don't. And also, just we going in different directions in life. That doesn't make me a better person than them. It just makes our choices different for our destination on where we want to end up. So I just have to make sure that the association is limited. And just like I said, you don't have to do it purposely. It just happens organically because you only have certain things in common. And as people don't have certain things in common, they divide paths, unintentional or intentional. It'll just happen. But just be careful. Guard your surroundings. Be mindful of who's in your circle, because them people around you, they'll influence how you dress. They'll influence if you take drugs. They'll influence how you look, how you perform in school. They'll have influence on what books you read. They'll have influence on the income you make, the jobs you decide to get, all that type of things. The decisions you make, basically, they come from you. Ultimately, they're rooted in you as a person, but they're influenced very subtly by the people in your environment that are closest to you. That's what makes it's subtle, it's sneaky. It can infiltrate your life and infiltrate your thinking patterns and your decision-making skills without you even knowing about it, because it's very subtle. You don't notice it because you're in the influence, but other people in your environment notice it before you do. So me, as your parent, or your mother, or another adult figure in your life will notice it, the influence that your reference group is having on you before you do. So just be careful. Notice who's around you. Decide who's around you and how long they stay around you based on where they want to go and based on where you want to go. How congruent is that walk? How in agreement is that walk towards that destination? If it's the same, if it's very close to being the same, go for it. If not, limited association or permanently disassociate yourself from those people. I love you.